it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to understand, and what that actually happened.
Children hear a lot about 9/11, that fateful day 11 years ago, and parents have the responsibility of explaining its true significance for the next generation. Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Queso.
And I'm JB Buno. Thanks for joining us here on the late edition in high definition. For a generation of young kids across the country, they have no memory of the day that shaped our nation. All they have are just stories and photographs.
And those pictures often lead to questions that are difficult for parents to answer. WENY TV's Joe Melillo talked to some parents who were in New York City when the towers fell and asked them how they're explaining the 9/11 attacks to their children. Joe?
Laura, parents I spoke with today have such vivid memories, and that's what makes it so hard for them to explain to their young children what really happened 11 years ago today.
I didn't know what to do, you know. I needed to do something. So the very next morning, I just took off and headed to the World Trade Center. I managed to get in. A lot of chaos, a lot of smoke, a lot of firefighters just laying in about 3 feet of ash, exhausted.
Carlos PEREZ helped clean up the debris at Ground Zero. He couldn't hide where he was from his sons, who were 5 and 3 years old at the time.
I really don't remember nothing because I was little.
I would come home dirty, filthy, and, you know, why are you so dirty, and why are you so tired, why are you crying? You know, so I basically told him right away.
For parents like the Sullivans, the subject is almost impossible to avoid.
It's hard because it was on the news last night, and they saw pictures of what it looked like after, and they said, wow, Mom, look at that, and what happened, and kind of dodged the questions a little bit. You don't want to go straight into exactly what happened with a 4- and 5-year-old.
Yeah, I think just explaining it, you know, why is there so much hate in the world? You know, I think it'll be tough for them to swallow.
We saw the top of the building was just burning, and we were just sitting there staring and saying, wow.
Ted GOLDWYN was working in a building that was 2 blocks north of the World Trade Center. He has 3 children now and has explained to them what happened that day.
Trying to be open and explain the reality of these situations to them in a way that hopefully they can understand and they can take to heart and they can use to make the world a better place in the future.
But like kids do, they can make something horrible into something beautiful.
Our kids, you know, to kind of, you know, hold on to as you remember those difficult moments really makes it a lot easier, and you kind of look towards the future.
Now, Kevin Sullivan's son told me he wants to be a firefighter and help people like the first responders in New York. Live in the studio, Joe Melillo, WENY TV News.